So this is going to be another product video. In this case, we're going to look at another Victorinox, but this one's a bit specialized. We're going to have a look at the Victorinox Wine Master. Stay tuned. Now, many Swiss Army knives, many of the Victorinox knives, for example, do have a corkscrew on them, which makes it relatively easy to open a bottle of wine with them. However, just an ordinary corkscrew, for example, all right, I've got my little mini screwdriver and a spiral tinder in this one, which is easily removed, and then I can use that to pull a bottle of wine. And of course, if I screw that in, I can pull it out. But sometimes pulling a cork from a bottle requires a deal of force, which all by itself isn't much of a big deal, but can make removing a cork from a bottle a little bit difficult. Now, it's not very difficult. You can buy any number of different corkscrews that are designed to apply extra force and torque and so forth onto the cork, so that even a really tight cork can be pulled out of a bottle. And the Wine Master is no exception to that. Now, there are very inexpensive ones on the market, and for most people that's what you're going to want. The Wine Master, this is the box that it comes in, is a little expensive. They're normally over 100, which when you consider that most corkscrews cost between 5 or 10, that's a lot. I got this one for under 100, but then I'm a master of shopping around. Let's have a closer look at this. So the Wine Master comes in two variations on the theme, either with walnut or with olive wood. Handles, scales, and obviously comes with ubiquitous instruction manual and warranty, and it comes in a little leather pouch, which is rather nice. This particular one that I bought is with the olive wood. Now, this is basically built on the Ranger Grip frame. So we've got here the same blade that you find on the Ranger Grip, and like the Ranger Grip, the logo here is actually a button because it's held open with a liner lock. This is excellent for cutting cheese or whatever. I mean, you could do bushcraft with it if you wanted to, but it does have this full-size blade. If you press the logo in, which is a button, it releases the liner lock and allows you to close. And as well as that, on this end, we have this small serrated and curved blade. And this is used for removing the foil that covers the cork. And as far as the main blades go, you've got this little one, you've got this full-size one, and that's it. Those are the only two blades. Beyond that, we go to the corkscrew itself, and it has this little gubbins here, and you'll notice it's articulated. Now, if I were opening a bottle of beer, I can just flip that open in the usual way. That's useful for that sort of bottle. But obviously you have here the corkscrew, and this articulated gubbins up here is used to open a bottle, and I'm about to demonstrate how that's done. So for our demonstration, I'm going to open a bottle of Chianti. Now you have a foil top that protects the cork, and that's what this curved and serrated blade is used for. By just going around the top edge like so, that will cut through the foil and exposes your cork. Once we've done that, we open the corkscrew up. And this is longer than the usual Victorinox corkscrews, but this is meant to be a professional corkscrew. And you just wind it in the usual way. Once it gets going, I will mention, it just goes straight in, no problem at all. And once you're in, the corkscrew is in, you lift up lower this down. Now, the reason for the articulation here, we'll see if I can show you, that does not reach all the way down, even in this position. But what you have is, as that articulates up, you have a little ledge here, and that ledge will catch on the edge of the bottle. And that means what your first pull will only partially lift the cork. You then go back. If you haven't gone enough, you have to do a bit more. So once the cork is about halfway out, you tilt down. This second ledge will now reach. And when you press up, the cork comes out. Now the two-stage system does mean you're applying a lot of force to the cork, but you're doing it very gently, so there's less chance of ripping the cork up or actually damaging the glass in any way. And one thing you'll notice, perhaps, is that the tip of the corkscrew is showing here at the bottom of the cork. That's why that's longer. And if you have a fragile cork, that longer corkscrew means it's going to come out with much less chance of anything going wrong. And after that, you can just unscrew this, and when we put that, I usually find flipping the cork so it's going back in upside down, with it partially sticking out. That's the best way of putting it back together again. Now, brass tacks. Is this a really good quality corkscrew? Yes, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. It's one of the best ones made. Are there other corkscrews that are equally well made that are a lot less expensive? Yes, that's true too. And so this is not for people who are on a very restricted budget. This, your normal Victorinox corkscrew will remove the cork. If you're going to open a lot of bottles of wine, and then it would be nice to have. Tell you the truth, I didn't even buy this one for myself. This is actually going to be a gift for my son. But he is a professional chef, has his own restaurant, and opens many bottles of wine. And like his father, appreciates a good bit of steel and a good knife. So this he's going to love. But if you can afford one and you were wondering, well, will it work? Is it good quality? Yeah, it's one of the finest quality corkscrews I've ever used, and I've used one or two. But it's good value for money, but it is a lot of money. So if you don't have a lot of money, no, you're probably not going to want to have it. But if you do want the best, I can recommend it. I happen to like the olive wood. I think for me, I actually even prefer this to the walnut aesthetically, although normally I'm a big fan of walnut scales. So, but again, you pays your money and you makes your choice. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting and useful. And if you were thinking of getting one, feel free to do so, and let me know how you get on with it. Feel free to write in the comments, like, share, and subscribe. Anyway, I hope to see you again soon. Have a good one.